What's up, everybody? It's ABR Brops 19 here, and filling in on short notice for BRL Tier 4 here at Silverstone. And sorry for the delay in the stream. Had a little technical difficulty getting up and running, but we are good to go now. And hope you all are having a good Monday night. We are tuning in for short qualifying, followed by that 50% race distance. And these gentlemen are already underway in qualifying, so we might see some times on the board. Not quite sure yet. We'll find out in a second as we get into the lobby here. And here we go. We got a couple guys on outlaps, a couple guys on flyers here. It looks like we pick up with Mitchie in the Alfa Romeo, who looks like he's on a quick lap out on the medium tires. Anterior Titan gets the first lap time in for us of the evening. That's going to be a 26.2 on the board from him. Well done to get that first time up there, but I'm sure we're going to see some answers as looks like Frizy puts in a 27.5, Mitchie with a 26 dead. A lot of guys opting for the mediums early here, and it's not a bad strategy call. You can do the reverse strategy if that's your preference. Around Silverstone, it is mediums to soft no matter how you cut it. Rage heads into the pit lane, and we'll switch on over to, looks like OMG Ronnie is on a lap here out in Sector 1. Ferrari, number 19, hitting that first sector timing line, and it's a 27, purple Sector 1. So yeah, it looks like Mitch, Frizy, as looks like Phantom just put in a 27.8, Milk a 29.1. Phantom's on mediums, Signs on mediums, Hockey Hess, Get My Pipe, Big Harry Jock, and Wrathful all opting for the medium tires for their first run here. Can improve onto the softs if necessary, but never a bad idea to get a filler lap in, see where you stand compared to the rest of the field, and then make your decision later on. Here comes Ronnie up to the line now, and it is pole position, a 25.7. Very nice lap from Ronnie. Let's see who else is out there on a lap right now. Signs has invalidated, it looks like. Got me my pipe in the Williams. He is coming through Sector 2. Maggots and Beckett's ahead for him. Got to be extra careful through here. Won't run out too wide, as he runs a little bit wide, but nothing too serious there. To the line for the Williams. Let's see what he can do. It is P3. Slides in just behind Mitchie there on the medium tires and ahead of Anterior Titan by less than a tenth of a second. Nice lap from Get Me My Pipe early on with about 11:30 to go here. Let's go on down the board. Signs is winding back up for a lap. Through the Delta in Sector 1. He's a little bit off there, and he does take up too much curb. It's going to be an invalidation for the Williams driver. Plenty of time left in the session, though, to right that wrong. Let's check in with Ardell now, coming through Maggots and Beckett's, the Red Bull driver. Looking pretty pacey through here. Got to hook it up nice and tight on the left. Yeah, nice exit there as well. And according to the Delta, he is purple in Sector 2, a 1:01.9 split time in Sector 2. That's pretty quick. And now coming through the final couple of corners, let's see if he can staple himself to the top of the leaderboard with just over 10 minutes to go. And up to the line for Ardell. It is pole position. It's a 25.0. And no one is within earshot of him right now. 7.5 tenths back to Ronnie, and then a full second to Mitchie. So very nicely done from Ardell. It's going to be a comfortable lap time for the remainder of the session. Hockey Hess is out there. He is in Sector 2 himself, coming down the old start-finish straight here. Also out on the medium tires. You can still see about half the field, maybe a little bit less. Mixing in with the mediums, he runs wide and invalidates through Cop's corner. Looks like Rage is on a lap in the Ferrari as well. The teammate of Ronnie. Let's see what he can do. He invalidates, actually, coming through Sector 3 as well, and he's going to head on into the pit lane, fire back up for another attempt. Goes on an out lap. Harry Jock has just kicked things underway for Team Haas right now. He's yet to get a lap time on the board. Sainz as well, who has now done 2 laps on those mediums, so he's going to be thinking probably time to switch over and go for the softs. Should still have another fresh set of mediums for the upcoming race, and definitely want to get a lap time in while you can. Hockey Hess says purple in Sector 1 there, but we know 27-0. We've seen that so far, so definitely not accurate from Codemasters there. No big deal. We continue on as he comes now down the old start-finish straight himself. You can see the ERS actually pretty well saved around here in Sectors 1 and 2, and that's very crucial, I would say, for the straights in Sector 2. Nice amount of inside curve there. Could have been a little bit better on exit, but no harm, no foul. He is on the medium tires. Let's see what he does now coming through Sector 3. We see that's the McLaren of, I believe, it could be either Freeze or Echoes, actually. Oh, as he has a huge spin, does Jock, and he is heading off into the wall. He does lock the brakes and manage to get the car stopped in time, but that was awfully close. Number 69 car Haas heads into the pit lane. He is going to fire it up for another lap with about 8 to go here. Let's see out of those front runners who is going right now. Titan is out on the medium still, and he is now run wide through Cop's corner. He's going to pick up an invalidation. Mitch in the same spot. He manages to keep it clean. And let's see if Mitch can improve on that 26-3 his first time out. Final corners now for Mitch in the AlphaTauri. Let's see what he can do. Up to the line. And it's good for P3, 25-7, so he slots in just behind Ronnie, but no one seems to be able to answer the call from Ardell right now. Check in with ER10 Motorsport. He is through Cop's corner, keeps it clean through there. Nicely done. And he's just on the Delta at the moment. He needs to find some time in Sector 3 if he wants to improve. And Sector 3 definitely tricky around here. This corner especially, easy to invalidate. And then final, I actually don't even know the names of the corners around here. I'm not going to pretend like I do. He's coming through the final one now and up to the line for the Alfa Romeo. Let's see if he can improve on that time, and he does. But he stays in P8, only a tenth and a bit up on the Delta there. Not a bad lap by any stretch of the imagination, though. Still good for P8. Q-Man is out there. He's going through Cop's corner, it looks like. Yes, he is. And let's see where he was on the Delta there. I missed that coming through Sector 2. He's coming through the end now. Doesn't matter too much anyways. Up to the line for Q-Man. And what is it going to be from the Renault driver? Can he improve? Yes, he can. And it's up to P2 with 5:40 to go here. He cracks the code and beats out Ronnie. He is now only half of a second behind Ardell, but and it's starting to think, oh, as Ardell, we've caught him in the middle of a little drift in Sector 1. He's gone off. And that's going to ruin his lap there. Going to maybe wind back into the pit lane and go for a fresh set of softs. Wouldn't be the worst idea. Mitchie starting his lap out in Sector 1. Good evening to all you guys in the chat. By the way, I see the henchmen's here. Zach the Beast, Sprightly, GK Phantom, Big Harry Jock is here. Good evening to you guys. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. And you're just in time for the end of qualifying action here at Silverstone. Maggots and Beckett's now for the Alfa Romeo. Let's see where he comes through the Sector 2 split line. It's looking pretty good. And yeah, he's half a second up right now. If he can nail Sector 3, he might be looking up towards the front of the leaderboard. You see Ronnie has managed to improve up to P2. That's a 25.3 from the Ferrari. On the same pair of softs, though. Got to be careful about that. Going to add up on the tire wear there. Alfa Romeo into the final corners now. Let's see what he does coming up to the line. He was half a second up. Can he keep that in the bank for himself? And he does improve by 0.8 to a 25.1, and he is just behind Ardell on the Delta there. And I don't think he's going to have enough time to go for another run, but what a lap for Mitchie. Not too much time remaining here. That's Anterior Titan who's just gone flying by into Maggots and Beckett's. Looks like he's invalidated, though. He's going to back out of that one. Will CA has invalidated. Prix Z is back out there in Sector 2. And yet to get a lap time in. Signs, Rage, Like Me or Not, Hockey Hess, and Jock all yet to get times in. We're down to the wire, friends. You need to get those laps in ASAP. And at worst, right now, you're going to be starting 15th if you get a lap time in. So pretty crucial. Let's see where the McLaren of Fry Z can manage to get himself on leaderboard. We just saw Rage go up to P4 with a 25.4 on the board. Very nice lap from him. And it looks like Echo, the only driver left with the mediums on for qualifying here. I'm not sure if the times down below that we're seeing here with soft runners are medium times. That is a thing with the game. We can actually check, though. Runs wide through Cops, but no invalidation there for the McLaren. He's backed out of it, though, so he's going to go for another run. And best lap times. Here we go. Wrathful and Phantom. Those are medium lap times from those two boys. They're going to be looking to improve as well. So let's go on board with someone on a lap here. Signs has invalidated. Like Me or Not, according to this, is purple in Sector 2. He's going to stick with this lap. Not too much time left on the board anyways. He's got to get one in here. Final corner now and up to the line for the AlphaTauri driver. Let's see what he can do. And it is a 26.1, putting him P10 on the leaderboard. ER10 Motorsports just kicking off a lap now. Signs is going through Sector 1. He's pretty far off the Delta from what we've seen. Wrathful is retired, so he is either gone, stuck with the mediums, or he's just messed up the strategy here, not exactly sure. Jock has retired as well. Mitchie in that same boat with them. And Hockey Hess now in the Racing Point out on a lap here. Got to take a nice wide line through turn 3. Pretty crucial. And well on the power on exit here. Let's see what the Racing Point looks like coming through Sector 1. And he has done a 27.1, so he's not far off what we've seen from the top runners so far. And yeah, Jock saying not enough time to get around. It happens. And Silverstone's definitely a trickier track. Such a long pit lane to get in and out of. Doesn't leave you a whole lot of options in qualifying. You got to make your attempts stick. And that's what the race is there for. Can't be won in qualifying. So we'll see a nice bounce back from the drivers who didn't quite get the best session in tonight so far. Here comes Hockey Hess now through Maggots and Beckett's. Let's see where he comes out at the split line. He's about a 102.2. He's not quite up there on the pace, I would say, with the guys at the top of the leaderboard, but he still has plenty of pace in the bag. Final couple of corners now for him. And that's got to be the Mercedes of Phantom behind him there. He's about to get a lap going. He should be the last driver to get one in. A couple guys behind him, not sure if they're going to cross the line in time. and it's P9 for Hockey Hess. Mitch is coming up to the line now. Let's see what Mitch can do. And that's an improvement there from, it looked like, Sergeant Milk, potentially. As he goes, P4 does Mitch, 25.3 on the board for him, very nice lap. Ronnie is out there, as is Ardell, both trying to improve from P1 and 3 respectively. I guess Ardell is just looking to set the new benchmark if he can. But here comes Ronnie now through Sector 2 split line. Let's see where he's at. And he is just barely up on the Delta. How about Ardell? Looks like he was purple in Sector 2, and I would imagine he has got the pace to make this one stick. Let's see what he can do coming through the final couple of corners now for the Red Bull. Can the number 30 car keep it on pole position for this one as he rounds out the final corner? Almost uses too much curb there on exit, but it's a 24.7 from Ardell, and that's a phenomenal lap time at the death of it. Let's check in with Phantom, who is invalidated, even though he's a second and a half up. So Phantom left it to the death, and it's not going to play out into his favor. Interior Titan should be one of the final drivers to get his lap time in here. There's a couple ahead of him. No improvement from Motorsport. He sticks out in P15. Here comes Titan now, final corners, and up to the line. What is it going to be from the Haas? And it's P6 at the death of it. Great lap from Titan, and that is going to do it for short qualifying. Ardell takes pole position by a whopping 4.5 tenths of a second. Mitchie lines up on the other side of the grid with him. That's P2 for Mitchie. You got Ronnie in P3 and Mitch in P4 on the second row. Third row is Rage and Interior Titan. Row 4 is Get Me My Pipe and Echo, and then row 5 is Q-Man and Sergeant Milk, and Hockey Hess down the board here. Going to get a free choice of strategy. The rest of the drivers in the top 10 all going to start on softs, so it should be interesting to see early on here. Do the guys who are close decide to go for softs and try to stay in the fight, or do you go for mediums and hope for the reverse strategy? We are going to find out very shortly here. Here you can take a look. Oh, and actually Echo. So my apologies. Echo is through on mediums in P8. And I can't honestly tell you if that's going to be an advantage or not at this point. He did do a healthy amount of laps on those mediums, and that's not going to help him too much when it comes to actually doing the race, because he is going to be struggling, I would say, to get mediums to the pit window that he needs to finish out on softs. But he's going to make it work somehow. There's no way he's going to go to the hard tires when everybody else is going for mediums or softs. So keep an eye on Echo, see where he pans out towards the end of this one. Guys, let me know your predictions in the chat. Who do you think is going to take the win here tonight? I am going to go just based on qualifying, and I'm going to take Ardell for the win, barring any incidents, but I do like the pace of Mitchie and Ronnie as well. I'm going to guess Mitchie probably has the better chance of the two, just because he's lining up P2 on the grid, but I'd say Ronnie's definitely within a shout as well. Time penalties around here can be very costly. Safety car would be extremely costly. And for those guys who are starting on the medium tires tonight, if there's an early safety car, that is going to be a big hamper in their day as well. And getting a couple in the chat here. It looks like Rage is the pick so far to get the win tonight. Let's see what he can do on track. And yeah, guys, remember too, if you haven't yet, support Breakout Racing League by subscribing to the channel. If you can't subscribe, just make sure you hit the follow button and tune in for this good Tier 4 action tonight. Looks a little bit overcast on Silverstone circuit, but if I had to guess, it's not going to play too much of a factor. The soft tire runners will be able to activate the compound a little bit easier early on, but the medium guys are going to have more life and be able to switch to the softs a little bit later than normal, and that's always a good thing, especially when you're at a track like Silverstone and you want that performance in the dying laps. But here we go for the formation lap, kicking things off here. is Ardell on pole position. We'll get a quick rundown of the grid again for you. UFR Ardell takes pole position with that mighty 24.7 in qualifying. Alongside him is Mitchie in the Alfa Romeo, 25.1 himself. Ronnie is right there in the Ferrari in P3. We got Mitch in the AlphaTauri in P4. Really good qualifying from Ferrari as Rage starts P5. Two guys in the top 5 is big for them. Interior Titan in the Haas, he starts P6. Get Me My Pipe in the Williams starts P7. Echo on the medium tires, he starts P8. Keep an eye on Echo, as I said. That's going to be a very interesting strategy as things play out here. You got Q-Man in P9 in the Renault. Then you got Sergeant Milk, P10 in the Racing Point. Hockey Hess, the other Racing Point, lining up in P11. He has gone for the medium tires. So yeah, let's get that pulled up really quickly for you guys here. Looks like Hockey Hess has gone for the mediums. Then you got Will CA. He's gone for the softs in the Red Bull. Like me or not, in the AlphaTauri, he's gone for the softs as well. Fry Z in the McLaren, he has gone for mediums. ER10 Motorsport in the Alfa Romeo has gone for softs. Wrathful in the Mercedes has gone for softs. BRL Phantom in the Mercedes has gone for mediums, which doesn't surprise me. Flip strategy for the Mercedes boys. Signs in P18 has gone for the soft tires, and then Jock in P19 on the mediums. So a mix of strategies here, and a little bit of a, we'll say, cooler track, more realistic English conditions, if you will. And that should provide very, very entertaining starts to the race here. Grip is going to be a little bit low, but as soon as these guys get underway, I would expect to see some very good overtaking here. Silverstone, definitely a track where you can make some moves, and plenty of space out there to do so as the drivers now line back up on the grid, and we are almost ready for lights out here in Silverstone. Sprightly saying, want Hockey to get a good result. Well, he's in P11. He's gone for the reverse strat. Let's see if that plays out for him today. But here we go for the start of British Grand Prix. We got 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are away for the start of the British Grand Prix. It looks like it's a pretty decent start from the Alfa Romeo and the Ferrari as well. And they're going to try to go 3 wide into turn 1, and that's going to squeeze out the Ferrari. And there's a huge crash as the McLaren's round. We got an AlphaTauri off the track as well as a Williams. And it looks like Ardell's managed to hold positions. The Ferraris somehow get away with it. And the Delta is all over the place right now. I can't tell you who is where at the moment. I just know that our leader is still in the lead. Mitchie is still in P2. And that's Echo who's fallen to the back of the grid. Let's get the position changes pulled up here. And Mitch, Get Me My Pipe, and Echo down a ton of spots to start this one. So a massive collision at the start here has shaken up the grid dramatically. Apart from, call it about the top 4, Sergeant Milk is up 5 spots. Will CA is up 6. And Q-Man's up 2 himself. I'm guessing we're going to see some guys boxing early here. Oh, Signs has just joined us. I'm not sure, unless he flagged out. And someone's off the track here. That's likely or not, who has gone off just around Cop's Corner. He is following to the back of the running order. And Mitch has made up a spot on the ghosted Signs. Here comes the Haas of Anterior Titan, trying to hold on against Fry Z into Sector 3, and he does a pretty nice job. He's going to look down the inside, though, as the McLaren. Don't think he has the space for it on this occasion. And you can see him just struggling to get the mediums up to working speed. And Echo's strategy is not going to pay off the way I think he had hoped it would. Ardell is already out to a comfortable lead here. He's trying to pull a gap on Mitchie and Ronnie as well. Let's see if he can make it stick. He's probably just about at that second gap to the field behind. Can't actually see the Delta, so we don't know at this stage, but it's looking pretty good for the Red Bull at the start here. Now things are shaking out. Here we go. This looks a little bit more accurate. Echo and Signs both, Echo and Likely or Not both in the pit lane. Fresh front wings for those guys. We'll see what tires they go for, but I would imagine the hard tires are not the call around here, especially given the conditions. Ronnie runs wide on the exit of Cops there, and imagine that's going to be a warning added to his race tally. Here comes Rage through Maggots and Beckets. He's trying to keep up with his teammate. Doing a pretty nice job so far. Sergeant Milk is under some pressure from Will CA behind, and gets a little bit of a poor exit there, but no DRS enabled yet, so I wouldn't expect to see a move. Although the Red Bull getting awfully close and tidy back up to the racing point, no move is going to be made on this occasion. If you're new to the stream, guys, check out Nightbot in the chat. Let me know you can join the BRL Discord. I would highly recommend. Been a part of it myself for a little while now, and it's definitely a good place to be if you're looking for your next home of league racing. Look no further, and enjoy the race here tonight, because this could be you. You never know. All right, it's looking like Ardell's gap is not quite what we thought it was, just about 7/10, and there's a yellow flag in Sector 1. I don't see anybody off the track there, but that is a slow-moving Haas, it looks like, of Jock in the background. I don't know if he's had an issue. And yeah, he's missing most of that front right end plate, and I think his wing is okay, but he's running off into the grass. He's got to have some sort of issue. It looks like this is... could be stuck on. Oh yeah, he's locking up big time. I think he's got an issue. And I don't think it's just the front wing. I think he's got like a game issue or maybe a controller issue. But either way, we check back in here. The Alfa Romeo, who is now got DRS on Ardell. You can see the Ferraris in the background are spread out just a tad. Here comes Will CA, though, making a move into the beginning of Sector 3, and it's a beautiful move down the inside of the racing point. He is fighting back, though, looking for the inside line. He's not going to get him on the brakes, and that's the Red Bull up into P5. Oh, Sergeant Milk fighting back to the inside on exit there. I thought we lost him for a second. And that was a very Alexander Albon-esque move, if you will. Probably not the spot to go for it, but he's looking to fight back and get that position. Look how close he's getting up to the back of the Red Bull. Through Sector 1, he's going to look down the inside, and I don't think that's the spot to make the move either. You probably want to look for it more so in this DRS zone right here, which Will CA has none of ahead. He's got to try to make up 0.8 of a second if he wants to get back into comfortable protection range, if you will. Yeah, pole time was a 24.7, and then you had Mitchie, who did a 25.1. So it wasn't particularly close at the end of it, but nonetheless, a good lap time. Hockey Hess has picked up a 3-second time penalty there for multiple warnings. Jock is into the pit lane. A little bit of a poor exit from the racing point of Sergeant Milk ahead. Is anybody close enough to go for a move here? I think ER10 Motorsport on Titan. He backed out of it, though. Didn't want to make the move down the inside there on this occasion. Awfully close racing here in the midfield. The front runners are spreading out a tad. Ardell has pulled out just enough of a gap to break DRS on Mitchie. Ronnie is just about the same on the Delta behind, and then you've got Rage and Will CA as well as Milk all kind of spreading out. Ooh, and there's a mistake there from Titan. Him and Q-Man are going to go toe-to-toe. And I don't think either of them are going to get the run, but who's that coming up the outside? That's Motorsport down the inside of Titan, and they're going to make some contact. And pushes Titan a little bit out wide there, but nothing I think that he could really do. Hockey Hess is just bringing up P10 pretty nicely right now, keeping with this train of guys, and that's going to be crucial for him, especially being on the medium tires. A little bit of a poor line through there from Motorsport. That's going to cost him some time. Rage picks up a penalty. Hockey Hess is going to go for the move into Maggots and Beckets, and he gets it done before the corner. What a move from Hockey Hess in the racing point to pick up P9. He should be safe in the DRS. He's just got to keep up with Motorsport ahead. Oh, and Phantoms had a mistake. Phantoms had an error on the exit there. coming out of Sector 2. He's let Get Me My Pipe and Mitch through. Fry Z has picked up 3 seconds, and Milk is into the pit lane. Let's check in with our leaders momentarily. We got Ardell coming through Sector 1 now. He's still managing that gap back to Mitchie. It's 1.1 seconds now, and Mitchie just out of DRS range as it stands. Ronnie is awfully close himself. Just about 1 second now, 8/10. Looks like a mistake there for Mitchie on exit. And did he get the DRS? I don't think he was there by the timing line, but he is well within range now if he can keep it together through the next few corners. We got Rage in the other Ferrari. He's close behind, building a nice gap to the Red Bull of Will, who's got Q-Man in P6 chasing him down with a huge pack behind him. That's Motorsport, Hockey Hess, Interior Titan, and Wrathful, as well as Fry Z, who's not far off right now. He's got Get Me My Pipe, Mitch, Phantom, and Signs. Sorry, not Signs. Signs is a little bit further back, but nonetheless, it's pretty tight in the midfield right now. Speaking of Mitchie, 3 seconds of time penalties for him, and Ronnie now should be within DRS. Let's see. Yes, he is. And yeah, looking like it could rain, says Sprightly in the chat. It definitely does look like it could. Haven't heard any rumblings coming out of the pit lane yet that it is going to, but that would be pretty interesting, especially if the rain is going to come a little bit later on. The medium runners should be favored in that regard. They will be able to go until the pit window and then put on the inter tires, but yeah, right now, no sign of rain, at least yet. And Ronnie keep the DRS here. He's right on the window. And I think Mitch is having a little bit of trouble with the exit on that corner. Because once again, Ronnie's in DRS here. Ooh, Hockey Hess is really scrapping it out right now. Trying to get past ER10 Motorsport for P7, best of the rest, if you will. Mitch gets past Get Me My Pipe. And you can see Phantom is just doing his best to try to keep up here. Wants to stay with the remainder of the pack. Hockey Hess is all over him right now. He's giving him no room to breathe, basically pushing him through corners. He's going to go to the inside line for Maggots and Beckett, and that was a bold move. Did it pay off? And no, he sent ER10 Motorsport off into the gravel trap, and he rejoins a little bit dangerously there. But no harm, no foul, I guess. Ghosted on this occasion. And oh, I don't know if that was the spot to go for the move. He just gave Motorsport, I believe, yeah, front left wing damage. It's going to force him to box early here. Oh, what a shame for Motorsport. Sector flag, yellow, sorry, yellow flag, Sector 2, who's that? I think it's Sergeant Milk, and Get Me My Pipe has had an incident, and there is a VSC. He is, where did he go off? Must have gone off right back. That's a very curious spot to go off. I'm guessing he made a mistake coming through turn 1, because I don't think he went into the pit lane, but either way, VSC on track here. My Pipe has left us for the remainder of this one. Ronnie somehow made up some time under the VSC here so far. Ardell has a healthy gap right now, 3+ on the Delta. So he's not at any real risk at the moment of getting overtaken. Let's see when these boys go back to racing. Likely or not, 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. They're starting to pick up the pace again. That suggests the VSC is ending right about now. And here we go. DRS is enabled. And both Ronnie and Mitchie are going to go into the pit lane. Got to time it so perfectly. Don't make contact. Oh, wow, Ronnie definitely gained about a half a second on the brakes there. Pit lane as well for Rage. He is in. Q-Man's going to stay out and continue to drag along Hockey Hess here. Hess is really looking for some moves out there right now. The medium tires seem to be doing him some favors at this stage, 9 laps in. You would imagine that the soft tires are starting to fall off pretty significantly, and for him, he's probably right in that sweet spot at the moment, going to be able to use that to his advantage right now, and he's going to be looking for the move ASAP as we have a yellow flag in Sector 1. That's one of the Ferraris that's had a little bit of a moment there, and I can't tell who that is, but I think it's got to be Rage, because he's further back. 3-second time penalty for Sergeant Milk as well. And Phantom now. Hockey Hess has made the move look pretty easy here. Up into P3. Signs says he's up a spot. I'm not sure what's going on there. These guys, the ones who started towards the front of the pack, they are now coming around. It looks like Will CA is in the pit lane. Yellow flag, Sector 1 again, and someone else is off in turn 1. Who's that? Try to just get him on the... Here we go. Coming up on him. Oh, and it's Phantom. Phantom's made a huge error there. Looks like he's just all out of shape on the mediums right now. He's been struggling so far. It's not getting any easier for him. You can see the leaders, or the provisional leaders from before now coming up on the back of him. Ardell is still out on track. And now the sun's starting to peek back out a little bit, so I'm going to guess rain is going to hold off, which is good to see because that means these drivers can really push it to the limit here for the remainder of this one. Signs picks up 3 seconds there. We're exceeding some track limits. Looks like the Williams of Signs just did it again as well on exit. Jock puts in a 29.3 on the hard tires. Quickest lap so far. Very interesting. Ardell is into the pits. And I think he's got a pretty healthy gap. Now, granted, it's a long pit lane, but we'll have to wait and see here. Mercedes, Phantom gets a better exit than Signs does. He's going to make the move to the outside in Sector 3 here, and he gets the move to stick. Very nicely done from Phantom. Good recovery from him there. You see some other guys into the pit lane now. Titan as well. Ardell is driving out towards the end of the pit lane, and it's looking close. Is he going to be able to get out in time? He's now to the exit of the pit lane. Ronnie puts in the quickest lap of the session so far. Ardell's coming out right now, and where is he? He's just ahead. He has made the overcut work, which is usually not a thing around here. You're always looking for the undercut at Silverstone. Mitchie and Signs getting tangled up through Sector 1. Mitchie's going to make the move to the outside of the Williams, and now this is crucial. Ronnie needs to get by here, but he picks up a 3-second time penalty in the process. Is he going to be able to get Signs to the inside line here? I don't think he's got the pace. Oh, and he sends it into the back of him, and he sent Signs round into turn 6, and oh boy, Ronnie, that is not what you wanted at this stage of the Grand Prix. You can see he's now being able to catch up with Mitchie here, but that was a very skeptical move from the Ferrari. Mitch is trying to make the move on Phantom ASAP as well. You can see Ronnie's right on the edge of that DRS enablement zone. Oh, Mitchie getting very on the inside of the curb there. Is he going to make the move on Phantom right now? And I think he's going to try to. Phantom is fighting back pretty heavily though. And to the outside line, he sends it. Going to go for the switchback, but it's not there. Phantom's got the exit as well. Going to go to the inside here. Not going to take the chance. He makes contact with the Mercedes though. And a little bit of a lockup there from Phantom. Mitch is going to try to make the same move, but he gets blocked off by Phantom. A little bit of hectic driving going on here in the background. And now Ronnie's had a moment, and he is into the wall on the start-finish straight. And we had a virtual safety car. Ronnie, I'm not sure what happened to him there. I don't know if it was a speed wobble or if he lost it on the curb. Ronnie's out of the session. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And that's not great. Not great. Mitch is into the pit lane. Switching over tires right now. Actually, no, he's not. What the heck is the Delta doing here? Maybe he was. Maybe he just came back out. Let's take a look at the tires. That will give us an idea. Okay, so yes, he has just come back out, as has Titan, it looks like. Sainz is on 11-lap-old soft tires. Most of the rest of the field, barring Hockey, Hess, Fry Z, and Phantom, have all pit. Echo pit early, as well as Like Me or Not and Harry Jock. DRS is back to being enabled, which means we are back to racing here. Oh. Phantom's had a moment now himself. He's off in Maggots and Beckett's. Oh boy, things just getting spicy. He's kept the front wing intact, but something tells me Phantom is not going to be in a spot to finish in the points this race. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Anyone else looking to make some moves here? Yes, we got Titan going to the outside of Sainz. Is Mitch going to do the same thing? It's a 2-for-1 special, and the AlphaTauri sneaks through just at the end there, and he's going to run a little bit wide. Don't think he's going to pick up a penalty. Sainz is into the pit lane very wisely after abusing those soft tires for a good 12 laps. And now we got Mitch all over the Haas in front of him. Mitch is, he's on the button. He's looking for the move into turn 1. I don't think that's the spot to go for it, my friend. Be extra careful through there. Oh, it's so close between these two right now. Gap is only 0.3 of a second, but I don't even think it's that much. It doesn't feel like it's that much. And will this let Rage pick up DRS? I think it will. It's going to be close, but he might have it. Mitch is now going to go for the move. It's going to go to the inside line on Titan into turn 4 here, and it's a nice move from the AlphaTauri. He just squeezes the Haas outside. He's going to leave him some space, but I don't think there's room, especially on exit there, for Titan to make a move back. Titan's now back on the button, though. He's looking to get past Mitch into Cop's corner, and that's a bold move. He's going to back out of it and tuck in behind the slipstream of the AlphaTauri. A little bit of dirty air there catches him out, and now Mitch rightfully claims P8. Ooh, Q-Man on Wrathful here. Wrathful's run very deep on the exit of Maggots and Beckett's, and now can the Renault go for a move here? I don't think he's going to be close enough on this occasion to get the move done. But Rage on Titan, they're getting very close. And now Rage is going to look to the outside line for this one. And he's going to try it, but I don't think it's going to stick. He's going to have to run out wide a tad there and tuck back in behind the Haas. Close racing going on here in the points. We got Q-Man still trying to get past Wrathful. Two drivers are out so far, Ronnie and Get Me My Pipe, both taking early exits from the Grand Prix here. And not such a great thing for Ronnie, as he was in a really good position to score some mega points today. Here goes the Renault now around Wrathful for P6, makes the move on the inside. That's a pretty comfortable move. Well done from Q-Man. This Mitch, Titan, and Rage battle is only a second separated at the moment. Got to be careful through cops, though. You're going to pick up a lot of dirty air behind cars in front of you through there. It's going to lead to some track limit warnings and potentially a 3-second penalty, as we see Mitch picks one up, and Sergeant Milk has retired from the session. He's DNF'd, and where did he go off? Don't even see where he's off. Can't see him anywhere on the mini-map over there. I'm not sure where. He looks like he's in the pit lane, though. So the field's starting to spread out now. Will is trying to catch up to Mitchie, give his teammate Ardell some support. Obviously, Fry Z and Hockey Hess are yet to pit. Echo has been out there for a while on the mediums. We have a yellow flag in Sector 1, and who's that that's going around? Not even sure. Is it the ghosts of Sergeant Milk coming back out on track or something? I really don't know. Minimap flank. Yeah, no, it's gotta be, because he's now pulled off in Sector 1. Anyways, barring the confusion there, the field is spreading out now. Guys are getting set into the comfortable race pace, and they're going to just try to eke out the mediums for the end of this one. I'd say right now, Ardell is very much so in the driver's seat, as Sainz has now retired, and he's gone off in the same spot in Sector 1, and we have a full-blown safety car. Now, this is the gamble you have to make. You're going to go into the pit lane, you're going to go for softs, you're going to go for mediums, who knows? Hockey Hess, though, is in the pits. He has to go for softs. He started on the mediums, and he is going to have a huge advantage here, especially if Ardell decides to pit, which he does. We'll see if Mitchie and Will CA do as well. Yeah, Will's going to double stack. That's a bold move from the Red Bull there. Q-Man, is he going to go in? He's got this pack right with him here. Oh, Wrathful just... That was interesting. Wrathful takes out the brake marker board. Got to be a little bit careful on pit entry there, my friend. Wasn't the best. Wrathful's in, Mitch is in, Interior Titans in, Rage is in, Phantom is in. Is Motorsport going to go in? So this puts Hockey Hess in the lead after all this drama, and the crazy part is I don't really know where time penalties stand, but I would imagine at some point that's going to start playing a factor, especially with how close the rest of the grid is right now. Motorsport's going to fly way up into P6. Is he going to get Will on exit? No, he's not. Hard tires, though. This is a tough call. If you're Motorsport, I mean, I get it. You want to make up as many positions as you can. But the hard tires are going to be no match for the softs around here. Not today, and especially not fresh softs with 10 laps to go. So yeah, I do take my comment back earlier. I would say the softs are the right call. Obviously, the rest of the field is gone for them. I'm not just saying it because of that, but under safety car conditions, given how spread out the field is right now, they're really not going to accumulate anywhere for the next lap or two. And that's going to give you guys at least a good 8 laps of soft tire life, which should be plenty to get to the end of the Grand Prix. And with everybody on the same strategy anyways, there's no point in going for something else at this stage of the race. This is pretty crazy, though. Hockey Hess leading the Grand Prix. Let's take a look at the... Yeah, here we go. He's up 10 spots. Fryzy's up 12. Ardell's down 2. Mitchie is down 2. So this is... See, this is where it's going to get interesting. Ardell is going to need to do everything in his power to get past these boys ASAP when the safety car goes in, because he has Mitchie and his teammate right behind, ready to pounce at a moment's notice. Should resume racing here. If I had to guess, it won't be lap 17. I'm going to guess it will be lap 18 or 19. They're going to cross the start-finish here for lap 17. The rest of the field is catching up, though. Catching up pretty quickly. So this brings Jock and Like Me or Not back into the race. Brings Phantom back into the race, as well as Echo. Titan's got a chance now as well to score some points. And if you're Rage, this is probably not what you were, anticipating at the start of this one. You had yourself and Ronnie in the top 5 to start. Ronnie is gone, and Rage is sitting just on the limit of what counts as points for this one. He would be picking up 1 as it stands. Let's take a look who has the fastest lap right now. I think that will obviously change given everyone's on the soft tires. Just for curiosity, it is Ardell with a 27.6. Not a bad lap time by any means. Looks like the field is bunched up now, so we will go back to racing on lap 18. It means we're going to have 9 laps of racing to get to the end of this one. Safety car is in this lap. And boy, oh boy, we're going to have a shootout to the finish here. We got everybody barring Motorsport on soft tires, like me or not. Bring up the back of the grid is on mediums. This should be interesting. Drivers warming the tires up, ready for the restart here. Got to be extra careful on the restart. Just because it's a safety car restart doesn't mean it's a free-for-all. Doesn't mean you just get to gain as many positions as you want. You still got to race. And if you're in P14, 15, you still got to accept your fate here. Here we go, though. We're off to the races as Hockey Hess is going to lead things away on lap 18 now of the Grand Prix. And it is up to Ardell to make the difference here. Is anyone going to go for a move? Doesn't look like it. So far, pretty clean getaway from all these guys. You can see Motorsport's already falling off the pace of the rest of the field. So look at Q-Man here. Q-Man's got to be thinking it's time to get this move done ASAP, whether it's the inside, outside, no matter where he wants to go. He has to get by the Alfa Romeo if he wants to stay in the fight here for the top 5. Ooh, Phantom gets by Echo. And they're going to go toe-to-toe into Cop's corner. You see, that's the Haas of Interior Titan. Sorry, no, of Jock coming in there as well. In Cop's corner. Be careful, boys. Phantom picks up 3 seconds for exceeding some track limits. You see Rage in the background there. He's dropped off the pace, and he's lost a front right end plate. So Rage is now dropping down the order. And Q-Man, he has got to be absolutely desperate to get the move done here. You can see the Mercedes, though, of Wrathful looking to the outside line as well. Can the Renault make it stick around the outside of Motorsport? It looks like he's going to get the move done. Yes, he does. Now he's got 2.5 seconds to make up just to get up to Will CA. And Wrathful and Motorsport are going to go toe-to-toe through the final couple of corners here, but he's going to have to hold back here. And look at this field just bunching up hungry and ready to get moves done. Titan slides through on Mitch there. Hockey Hess and Wrathful both pick up penalties in the process. And oh boy, this is getting very interesting. The battle at the front is so close right now. You can see Frizy is just leading this group. And Ardell, if you're Ardell, you got to be thinking, try to make the move here on the racing point. He's going to look to the inside line on Hockey Hess, and he's going to get the move done into the beginning of Sector 2. What a move from the Red Bull. Oh, we've had a collision in the background. That's Mitch, who's gone off with Phantom. Oh, man. We don't like to see that. Rage is into the pit lane. He has gone for fresh, soft tires, it looks like. Oh, this is really heating up at the end here. Q-Man is not really taking too much out of the gap at the moment. Wrathful and Motorsport are going side by side nearly through Cops. Is Wrathful going to look for the move into Maggots and Beckett's? He's going to have the inside line for this next corner coming up, but it's not the place to make the move. He backs out here. He's going to have to sit behind the Alfa Romeo for at least a little while longer. Can he get him on the exit though? The Haas of Interior Titan is right up behind him now. He's looking to make the move on the Mercedes, and I think he might get it because of the slipstream, and he is. Titan is into P8 without having Wrathful sneak on by Motorsport. Now he's going to look to the outside line here. Going to go for the switchback. He's going to hold up Wrathful just a tad. And he gets a good exit compared to Motorsport. He's going to look for the inside line. He takes a little bit too much curb there. Manages to keep the car in check. And he's going to go for the move into turn 1. Oh, that was so bold. And he backs out of it at the last second. Now you can see Motorsport is just holding up the rest of the group here. This is awfully close. Ardell has had a moment, and he is off the track. The man who was looking so good before the safety car is falling down the order to P10. And who is it going to be now that's going to capitalize on this one? Is it going to be Frizy? Is it going to be Hockey Hess or Mitchie or Will CA? We're going to have to wait and find out. Still 7 laps to go here at Silverstone. And it's looking very tasty. Hockey Hess picks up 3 seconds there in P2. That's going to really hurt his result at the end of this one. And I know Ardell in the chat from Sprightly. Couldn't agree more. It's a shame to see for him. A lot of the midfield here getting awfully close. Titan's going to go for the move on Motorsport, and he's finally going to get on past the Alfa Romeo for P6. Wrathful's going to try to send it around the outside. That was an interesting overtake. See Echo mixing up there as well, trying to go around the outside of Motorsport. He leaves him enough space. They're going to be toe and tow through here, but Motorsport's going to have to back out just based on the grip. Oh man, the battle up front is getting seriously heated. Ardell's into the pit lane. He's going to go for, I'm guessing, the fastest lap, wants to take away as many points as possible from the remainder of the guys on the grid here. It's looking spicy up front. These four guys have a nice gap to Q-Man right now. Q-Man could enter the mix, though. I haven't seen him up on the penalty board yet. He might be able to get potentially onto the podium, because I'm guessing, I know Mitchie has penalties. I think Prix might have one himself. Could be a good finish here for Q-Man. Ooh, Will's looking spicy, trying to get up past Mitchie for the podium positions. Echo, though, on Wrathful. Is he going to send it to the inside? Yes, he is. Is it going to stick, though? I don't think so. A little bit too much on the inside curb there. He's going to go. He's going to send it late on the brakes. And he manages to sneak past Wrathful. What a move from Echo. And Wrathful's not going to be thrilled with that one, but it was a clean move. Fair move there from Echo. Trying not to take my eyes off the leaders here as they come through Sector 1 now. And Mitchie's just hanging on to DRS ahead. Hockey has putting all the pressure on Frizzy for the lead here. And with only 4 laps remaining, he's got to start thinking about when the move needs to be made. Probably in a lap or 2, just to be safe. But we'll wait and see. Jock picks up 3 seconds there. Not going to matter too much. He's way off the pace right now in P12. It's in a 26.8 on the soft tires. Mitch gets by Motorsport there. Ooh, like me or not, smoking up some ground here. This is Motorsport on Mitch. This is a tight battle for the rest of the points here. Oh, and we got the audio glitch. We're going to let that one subside for a moment. Echo and Titan are close. Not close enough for Echo on this occasion, though. He's going to have to back out. Settle for P7 for the moment. Can get the move done, though, on the Haas. There's no one ahead to stop Echo from getting that DRS and blasting right on past in the remaining few laps here. Titan has picked up 3 seconds there. Not good for him, especially with Echo close behind. Ardell with a 26.6, fastest lap of the session so far. I'd imagine that may stick as the soft tires are going to start to lose a little bit of performance. Obviously, he pit for fresh ones given that incident. And a little bit on the grass there for Mitchie. That's going to compromise him on exit. But here goes Hockey Hess for the move on Frizzy into the beginning of Sector 3. And he is going to comfortably get the move done before the end of the straight there. And up into P1 for Hockey Hess. Now remember, though, time penalty for him. So that's probably not going to stand at the end of this one. We'll have to wait and see. Q-Man is now outside that 3-second window, so he's not looking like he could be on the podium spots here unless he picks up the pace a tad. Mitchie's picked up 3 seconds there. So now I think Mitchie's probably up to 6 or 9. Oh, Mitchie's going to send it to the inside on the McLaren. He's going to push him out wide a tad. They're going to go side by side here. Oh, and he bumps the McLaren again off into the grass. Frizzy's going to lose out to Will as well now. Will's going to make a move to the inside. Is it going to stick? And yes, it will. Oh, and wing damage for Frizzy as he runs into the back of the Red Bull as well. Things going from bad to worse here for Frizzy. All because of that Mitchie move to the inside at turn 3. And it was a bold one, but he, yeah, there's space there. Made it count a little bit. Did bump him out a tad, though. Got to be extra careful when you're looking for moves. And now Mitchie is in the driver's seat to go for a move on Hockey Hess, but it's not going to matter too much. He's got so many time penalties to his name. Echo picks up 3 seconds there in the process. And now is Will going to be able to make the move? He's got the exit on the Alfa Romeo. He's going to look to the outside line. He's got a little bit of slip off the racing point ahead, and he clears Mitchie up into P2. And now it is all up to Will CA. I don't think he's got a penalty yet. If he does, I haven't seen it. And this could be the race win for him here. If he can just keep it clean through the next 2 laps, let's see if Will is going to capitalize on that big safety car. Mitchie's right there, though. He still wants to fight for it on track. Mitchie's looking really close. He's going to look for the move again. Mitchie's looking for the move. He's going to force Will to the outside line here. Will's going to have the inside, though, and it's so close between these two. Will, they're jockeying for position, and Mitchie is going to pull off the move somehow, and this is not good. It's not good if you're Will. You want to get the move done. He's going to make the move again, though, back into Cops, and Will gets ahead. These two are going absolutely toe-to-toe. And Mitchie, you've got to be a little bit more careful, my friend. Making some interesting moves so far. He's going to look for it again, but he's not going to get it this time. Will's going to keep position. And the longer Will has to try to fight off Hockey Hess here, the worse off things could be for him. It could force him easily into a time penalty, which I'm guessing is what Mitchie's hoping for, because he knows, as it stands, he's not going to be able to take the podium, just given those time penalties to his name. We're on the final lap now, though, of the Grand Prix, and it's looking pretty quiet in the back of the field there. Wrathful is close with Mitch for P8 and 9, but I gotta keep my eyes on this battle right now because it's just tasty. Mitchie wants a piece of Will every corner, and he's going to go for the move once again to the inside. He's going to get it done as well. And now is Will going to fight back? If I'm Will, I'm just thinking, man, I might just have to let him go because it's the last lap of the race. You just want to be able to finish without any penalties here. Take it nice and easy if you can. Hockey Hess, he's lost a little bit of his gap here. Don't know if he's low on fuel or what the case is, but it's come down, and they're going to be in DRS for the final straight here of the race, and I don't think it's going to matter too much, although Mitchie's gaining pretty quickly. It's not going to be enough to get him before the corner, and Will's not going to have the opportunity either. Is anybody else in the background going to have the opportunity to go for a move? Maybe Wrathful, but he's too far back, as well as Motorsport. So that means Hockey Hess is going to cross the line in first for the Grand Prix, but is it going to stick? My guess is no. As he crosses the line, he takes it on track, but it's Mitchie, then Will, who gets promoted to P1. Can Fry-Z hop into the points? No, he can't. Q-Man hops into P2. Interior Titan hops into P4. Hockey Hess to P5. Echo P6. Fry-Z P7. Mitch P8. Wrathful P9. Like me or not, drops out of the top 10 as Motorsport hops into P8. Mitch P9. Wrathful P10. And then the rest of the field is going to wind up the remainder of the Grand Prix here for us and wrap things off for a very, very interesting evening here in Tier 4 of Breakout Racing League. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. We're going to get some driver interviews as soon as the race ends here. We'll get Will in the chat as well as Q-Man and Mitchie. We'll talk to them a little bit about how their race went tonight. And I'm imagining, if you're Will, this is an absolute pleasure of a win to take. 11 spots gained. I mean, he's got to be my vote for driver of the day. I don't know about you guys, but I'd say Will definitely in for a shout of driver of the day. Q-Man, also a great performance from him, up 7 spots. And Mitchie just losing out on 1, but still claims the podium, which is great to see for him. And Will was given driver of the day by the game. That's always good to see. There's the Red Bull driver, Will, celebrating on the podium. Well deserved from Will tonight. And let's get him into the party chat with us, as well as our other podium finishers. What a drive from Will. No penalties, as well as Q-Man. Very well done from both those guys. Mitchie obviously picked up some penalties along the way, but seemingly made it stick over Titan by just 0.3 of a second. And that is very tight. Definitely don't want 9 seconds of penalties around here. It's going to cost you. And for him, he lucks out on this occasion. But I would say in the future, try to be a little bit more careful. As the driver is now joining us in the chat for a little bit of post-race interview action. I'm going to start with Q-Man and make sure that audio box is ticked, my friend.
It is.
All good. Q-Man, talk to us a little bit about that one. You started P9 on the grid. You made the 2-stop work with the safety car and pulled out a very nice podium there. How do you feel about that one?
To be honest, I was just very consistent in that race. I heard that the front runners had penalties except for the Red Bull. And basically made no mistakes. Basically been very consistent and got second.
Yeah, take that all day, every day. It was a very nice performance from you, sir. Mitchie, how about yourself? I know that the time penalties definitely made it a little bit more interesting for you, but you still managed to pull off P3. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that.
Yes and no. Yeah, some of the penalties were from mistakes, but yeah, it's an interesting race, especially after that safety car. But oh well, take P3 anyway, and yeah, see how the next one goes, really.
Yeah, it was a good drive from both of you guys, and I'm sure, podium, especially around a track like Silverstone with the late safety car, still got to be happy with the results. Well done to both of you guys, and we're joined by the victor, Will, in the Red Bull tonight. Make sure that audio box is ticked, sir. Talk to us a little bit about your race, P12 to P1. Must feel pretty good. Yeah, definitely a good rebound there for Red Bull, as obviously Ardell took a little bit of a spin after the safety car restart. But Will, what a drive from you, man. You definitely earned driver of the day in my book. The game gave it to you as well. Absolute phenomenal performance, sir, and well done. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't tuned in with us tonight, much appreciated for supporting BRL Tier 4, and I will wrap the stream up now. See you guys very, very soon.